Alright, so this is a review. Before you even get into this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next. Follow the Alkebulantrust on Facebook. You see it all up there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff there. Follow. If you can't see all that stuff there, don't worry. The link is in the description box below. But yeah, this is the review, reaction, and lessons learned from BKCHAT episode 7, season 5. And yeah, this is basically the whole description of this video is or this episode rather, is they discuss university and whether it's worth going for applying for during the pandemic, yeah, versus applying for a job. However, waiting ages to be employed. Alright, so here's the problem. I'm gonna talk into that situation there, but there was something else that was mentioned as well in the actual questions, or the actual question. And well, let's get to the actual thing that is mentioned in terms of applying during this pandemic versus applying for a job. The reality of life is you need education. You need to prepare. Like you really got to prepare yourself. Like, you know when they say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. It's literally that. If you want to be lucky in life, yeah, if you want to be lucky in life and make sure that you are getting jobs or getting so many acceptance from many other jobs, I strongly recommend that you do whatever possible to prepare yourself. Do you understand? Because going to uni, that's one way, but it depends what you are studying. Yeah, because the reality of life is, if you're studying something and then applying for something else that's not in the same industry, of course you're not going to get the job. Do you see what I mean? Of course you're not going to get employed. Because they're looking at your CV and your application like, you know, if I'm going to insert that child or that baby doing that thing, if I can find it, I'll upload it. You know what I mean? That's how they like. So it's like, with the ice cream in it. So it's like, at the end of the day, everything has to make sense. Everything has to make sense. So, you know, and also if you're going to uni or whatever, in fact, forget the fact that you're going to go to uni. Just put it this way. Whatever career you want to go into, it's always good that, yeah, you know some people, right? Because they say you have to, life sometimes is about not what you know, but who you know. But imagine you have both. You have the knowledge and you know people. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know how much you're worth? Do you know how much luck you will get in life? And also, you have to remember this. You have to remember that when you meet people, yes, you meet people outside of uni too, don't ever get it twisted. But, like, I know someone personally, yeah, I'm not going to say who they are, but when, like, I was doing I wasn't technically doing research per se, but, like, it just suddenly dawned on me, like, oh, raw, like, okay, they got a team, boom, okay, so they formed their team, and the idea of the thing that they're doing, they started when they were in uni. I was like, raw. Now it makes sense. And then you look at, and I'm like looking at their growth and the advice that they gave me about a certain situation. I'm like, now it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, now, obviously, I don't have to explain it. Obviously, everyone's life journeys is different. Their paths is different. Don't let it get twisted. But there's certain things that, you know, it makes sense going to uni because it's not just about the degree. The same thing with college. It's not just about the you know, whatever, you know, whether it's the A levels, NVQ, whatever it is. It's not about just the qualification. It's about the experience that you have. Like, it shapes who you are as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's so interesting how the people you meet along your journey, especially in those places. Because think about it, think about it correctly, yeah? You're studying the same course, right? So imagine you're studying the same course, regardless of the industry. Do you know what I mean? You can help each other through troubling times seeking employment. And even when you study that subject, it's not just about studying the subject. If you're really passionate about that subject, really passionate about that field or that industry, you will find a way to get yourself some work, whether it's paid or unpaid. Yeah. In fact, you will find, if you can find your way to do unpaid work, yeah, just voluntary work, yeah, in that field or in that industry, oh, you gonna get employed, yeah. You will get employed in the sense that obviously people will get some work, you get the experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's imagine how good that looks on your CV, and then, do you know what I mean? They could end up wanting to hire you. Like, I'll give you an example, right? Even though it wasn't me studying something in uni in terms of this, but there's two examples I can give. Yeah, one where I was working work experience for Southwark Council for about a month, right? Afterwards, like probably about a week into the new year or whatever. No, yeah, it was a week into the new year. I remember what day it was. It was the 7th of January. I remember, yeah, the 7th of January, 2008. I remember the date. And it's like, just as I'm on my way from, I'm basically on a, what do you call them things? Observation from another job, yeah? And technically that was self-employed, but we won't get into that right now. But basically, they basically wanted to hire me, or at least make me do an interview and possibly hire me. Do you see what I'm saying? But I turned them down only because, you know what I mean? But I already had something, you know what I mean? Because I thought, right, man, you know, observation, I practically got this job. So, and the way they gassed me up as well, or gassed up the thing, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather do this. You know what I mean? Even though we weren't, imagine the one working for the council was shorter distance, and that was a civil job. Anyway, we won't get into that. Yeah? But the point I'm trying to make is, they called me because of the good work I did. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Even though I did get help to get that work experience, it was still within me to say, all right, boom, this is what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? And I wasn't even trying to, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I was just being myself, innit? You know what I mean? I was just being myself. You know what I mean? And eventually, they liked me, innit? You know what I mean? And I already felt as if I was part of the team. And even, you know, the small team that was there, like, they felt like I was part of the team, innit? It is what it is. But anyway, another situation it was another work experience. Like, I think it's the following year. Yeah, it's the following year. In fact, it's the same person that helped me get the work experience. But basically, I think it was initially 2 weeks. Then it was a third week. They added a third week. And then, after that, they were looking for employers. And, you know what I mean? And then, next thing you know, I have the job. Do you see what I mean? Because I did a good job. The point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, if you are passionate about something, yeah, and you're really passionate about that work, and you're working for free, do you know what I mean? Literally working for free, and you are working as if you're getting paid. Sooner enough, you know what I mean? Even if they can't hire you, at least they can recommend you to someone else. At least there'll be a good reference as well. But at least you get experience as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's one of the key things I'm trying to make you understand about studying a particular subject, but also getting work experience at the same time if possible. You know what I mean? Like, it could be possible because it also shows that you've got time management skills. You're taking time to study the industry per se, or whatever, study part of the industry, and then you're also taking time to actually work within the industry. So you've got best of both worlds. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you're going to increase your chances of getting employment. I would love to speak with people who have a degree, yeah, and versus, you know, did they seek employment while they were doing a degree in that industry. I would love to literally sit down with someone and have a full-blown conversation about their journey in uni. Do you know what I mean? And there's some people, I think even in this episode, some people be like, oh, it's a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. It's only a waste of money or you only get yourself into debt or wasting that if you're going into an industry that don't make sense. What I mean by that is, if you're not doing nursing or doctor or accountant or lawyer or engineering or, you know what I mean? If you're not doing these type of courses, of course it's gonna feel like it's a waste of money, because practically afterwards you can practically pay off that debt. Do you know what I mean? Because the money you get from those particular industries, even at entry level, well, maybe not just at entry level, it depends. It really depends. Yeah. Especially in the UK, it depends. But over a certain amount of time, at least under 10 years, you can pay that off. So what's the problem? What's the problem? And, you know, like I said, I'm not going to get into details with, you know, I don't know if I said I'm not going to get into details of who said what, but I do really, really want to know, what was the online businesses or the online business that ICRA has? Because running an online business is not easy. It really isn't easy. Yeah, it's not easy. It's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. Yeah, especially because you may think that you may not need to really invest that much, but you genuinely do. Do you know what I mean? You genuinely do, because you'd think, okay, social media, there's that and a third, but at the same time, as much as you can create more awareness about your company, you still got to invest in, you know, Google ads or Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Like, these cost money. You know what I mean? And you will get a return on your investment. It just depends how you pattern the situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain, but it just depends on your industry as well, the type of business you're going into online. Also, the other thing is, I don't know her situation fully in it, but if she's talking about, you know, doing partnership deals, like for example, sponsorship deals, or, you know, promoting a brand and stuff like that, that really isn't business. That's just sponsorship. You know what I mean? That's not business. You know what I mean? But also with business as well, for it to really be a business, like, I want to be careful what I want to say here, because that, like, it can be tricky, and the industry can change in it depending on the situation. But here's the thing: you got the idea, the initial stage. You got the idea, then you got the putting the idea into action, right? And you need a team to put the idea into action, and then you need a way to monetize that. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you're getting income from selling products or selling services, get me, that's a business. And I'm talking about businesses, I mean, talking about services or products that you more or less create or have manufactured for yourself, for your company, whatever the case is. But if you are selling someone else's products or services, that's affiliate marketing. Do you see what I mean? So you see, like with what influencers do, social media influencers do, that's affiliate marketing. That's not business. That's not business for the social media influencers. That is affiliate marketing. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So I just think Erica's on that vibe. She's an affiliate affiliate marketer. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. The game's a game. Yeah. But you could correct me in the comment section below to let me know what online businesses she does. I don't mind supporting online businesses with the resources I currently have at the moment. I don't mind that. Yeah. Also, there's another thing I want to mention as well. Jay Edwards was talking about he mentioned something. He said, I can't remember the full thing he was saying, but it made me think. He said, you can basically go to uni and study the same course you study a course, and you can buy the books, yeah, and you can study, and this, that, and the third, but yeah, you could do that. Don't get it twisted. You could do that, but you know what's in. You have to understand it. You have to understand how Western society works. If you really want to thrive in Western society, especially as a black person, there's certain, you know, routes you gotta go down, innit? You know what I mean? If you really want to make that big boy P, you know what I mean? That big boy money. Like, there's certain routes you gotta go. I'm not saying that you can't make that type of money, because you possibly could. Yeah? There's so many examples. Some people threw an example of, what was it, him? I think it was him. With Bill Gates dropping out of uni, or what? I don't think it was him. I think it was NK. I can't remember. Someone mentioned them. I'm like, the difference is they were in the educational institution in the first place, right? The difference is they dropped out because they saw an increase in demand of the service or the products that they were working on. And they were working on those products or services with people they met in uni or wherever the educational institution is. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the point I'm trying to make is you still need it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? You still need, like, the game is the game. Like, not everyone gets that lucky, like, in terms of, you know what I mean? Especially if you're black. Let's just be real. They say you gotta work twice as hard. Well, in this situation, get me, when an African or Caribbean parent tells you to either study law, accountant, this, that, and the third, study it. Like, even what's her name? In fact, I didn't want to even touch on this, but now I'm gonna have to touch on it. But basically, what's that girl's name? Folake, yeah. Like, she mentioned, oh, she's got a law degree. She's a qualified lawyer. But you're not using your degree. Seriously. Tell me why you're not using your degree. And the thing is, the fact that she was mentioning that, and then she's saying, oh, she didn't want to do that. She thinks it's too young. 18 is too young to decide a career for yourself. It's not too young. From 7 years old, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, it changed when I was probably 13, 14. No, it changed when I was like, 11, 12. When I found out about Soul Solid, it completely changed. But it's the irony of it now is the fact of I am more or less doing what I said that I wanted to do when I was 7 years old. It may not be on a larger scale just as yet from the date that I recorded this video, which is on the 21st of June, 2021. But the point is, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And this came to me literally on a situation of, on a vibe of raw. It just came to me. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, I can't explain to you the difference in terms of, you know, you not knowing what you want to do, or 18 being too young. No, because when you're young, yeah, you always get this question, yeah, regardless of age, no, regardless of gender, regardless of country, whatever the case is, you always get asked this question. What do you want to be like when you're older? Especially in the Western world. I don't know in other type of society, but in the Western world, they ask you these questions of what do you want to be like? What do you want to be when you're older? Do you see what I mean? In fact, I was going to throw in a clip. I probably will if I can. Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow. I say Bow Wow, but he's playing the role of Snoop Dogg or whatever. And he's mentioning what he wants to be when he's older, innit? Anyway. So this is the point. Kids know what they want to do when they're younger. They know what they want to do. So now it's your job, or the parents or the adults' jobs, whoever, to guide them in that direction. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's a mistake that some adults actually make. Kids will tell you, oh, they want to be a fireman, or they want to be an astronaut, or they want to do this or that. Yeah. But the mistake that some adults make is they don't necessarily gear them and prepare them for that. There's some that wanted to be teachers when they were younger. There's some that wanted to be doctors when they were younger. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and some of them are doctors now. Some of them are teachers now as an adult. Do you see what I mean? Because their parents guided them in a direction. And obviously, because of their passion, they just continue to, gear off into that direction. Just saying. So, 18 is not too young. Folake just didn't know what she wanted to do. she could talk from her personal experience. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she didn't know, but from her response, it seemed like she didn't know. You know what I mean? So her parents just said, "You're good at this. You're good at that. Get me? You got these attributes. So just study law." It just makes sense. Like think about it, because that's what parents. That's one of the great things about parents. Your parents know you. They know you. They know what you're good at. So it's like, and that's what makes. And this is also interesting. She says she studied law, but you can tell her the attributes she has that makes her parents say that she should study law. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, even though she never made a good case in point with what she was talking about, I can still see that she has that mindset to know how to debate. But we'll see in other episodes to see if she's really, really good at that. You know what I mean? But anyway, because sometimes, it's what it is. But anyway, let's just get back into the video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next. But overall, I just want to say before I get out of here, look, the reality of life is yes, you do need it. Uni is important to go into in 2021 and beyond. If you live in a Western society, play the game. That's all I'm gonna say. Know the rules of the game, play the game. That's all I can tell you. Know the rules of the game and play it. I'm looking back and I'm like, bruh, if I had known now, know what I know now, I would have, listened to my foster mom, just sat down with her and figured out a profession I could go into that fits my attributes and stuff like that, and the skill sets that I naturally have. And then, you know what I mean? Then I could study in uni, that course there. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing the amount of access that you can get with a degree. But yeah, you can get access with studying by yourself and all that stuff there. But I don't have to tell you, it's like, you have to learn how to truly, put it this way, everything you learn from your primary ages to secondary ages to college and uni ages is going to set you up for the rest of your life. Simple as that.